What's up, guys? Rick from DFS On Demand here with your betting preview for this week's Tour Championship. I've gone through a lot of different scenarios this week already in terms of DraftKings, a little bit in terms of who can actually win this. Go watch the DFS video. I'll show you the same spreadsheet that I'm going to use here today. I was on Pat Mayo, so you can go check out on the official DraftKings YouTube channel if you want to get more in depth. But here we're just going to hit a couple of quick hitters in terms of bets. So let's jump right into this. Now, with the Tour Championship being in a new format this week, or this year, excuse me, where players are going to start with assigned scores, it opens up a lot of possibilities for people to kind of screw this up. So let me show you what I'm working with here. And this is the spreadsheet that I've created for the purpose of this tournament, and I will make this available. It'll be a link in the description. You can download it and mess around with this. But basically, what my point is to show you here is that there's only a handful of guys that can realistically win this golf tournament. I believe that Rory McIlroy is the furthest guy away from being able to win this event. Without going into the whole thing, based on how many strokes we expect each of these golfers at the top to gain on a regular round-by-round basis, the guys below them are going to have to make up so many more strokes. So Rory is really the only guy that, as I mess around with this tool that I built, here we go. You basically only need Rory to have a 64th percentile finish if everyone else plays to their average for Rory to come back and win this, because his ceiling is so damn high. He can gain the 11 strokes that he needs somewhat easily, quite honestly, compared I shouldn't say easily, but compared to the other guys. Gaining 11 strokes in a single tournament is more than enough, Rory's more than capable of doing it. So he's the last guy. He sits there at 8-1 in the market that is taking into account the strokes being used. So Rory at 8-1 is probably the biggest value if you're going to go that route. If you're not going to go that route, if you're going to go the route of just taking 72 holes and betting on that, where it discounts the starting scores, Webb Simpson is interesting because he's 20-1 to win already starting 6 shots back, or he's 20-1 to win with everybody starting at the same score. So I will obviously take him 20-1 with everyone starting at the same score. I think that is a reasonable play. Please don't go trying to bet one of these guys down at the bottom of the list to actually win this thing outright. I used this example before with Jason Kokrak, where if you put up a 99th percentile, if he puts up a 99th percentile finish, so basically the best round of his career, which would be gaining 16.5 strokes, something he's never done before. That's the type of performance he needs to get to, and everyone else needs to play to their average for him to actually win this. So if you're putting money in down here on outrights, you are basically burning your money. Let me see what DJ needs. DJ, obviously, with one of the higher ceilings. I'm worried he just has too many guys to pass. Yeah, he does. An 88th percent, so he'd need to gain 13 strokes total. Just starting 7 shots back, having to pass so many guys, that's probably unlikely, but I just wanted to see while we were looking at it. And then there is one matchup bet that I liked, and it's Louis Oosthuizen versus Bryson DeChambeau. So we nailed the matchup last week. It was Rory Sabatini versus Abraham Ancer. We were not going to be fooled with Abraham Ancer's short-term success. We were going to rely more on Sabatini's long-term success, as the model indicated, and we absolutely killed it. This week, it is Louis versus Bryson DeChambeau. Bovada has these guys at what they would deem, even money for a matchup, which is -115. I have Louis winning this about 59% of the time, which his true money line getting closer to -148. So I'll be firing Louis up here in a matchup against Bryson, who has now lost strokes in 3 of his last 4 starts. Louis has been on the plus side of things for 6 straight, playing much better. So I will be taking Louis in this spot. There you go. That's it. Quick and to the point. It is the Tour Championship. We are at the bottom, or the end of the PGA Tour season. It won't be over for long. Just 2 weeks from now, basically, is the Greenbrier. So we'll be right back to cover more information. Tweet me. It's at RickRunGood, or leave a comment below. See ya.